In today's video, we're trying to make this Plymouth run. Because when your car don't run, it ain't no fun. So here's this 68 Road Runner. The other video shows you it's got this 440 from, I don't know, truck, motorhome, something. I think the little tag on the block said it's from like a 78. But anyway, I want to try to see if this thing will run. But as you can see, it's missing some parts. First, there's no starter. It's also no exhaust manifolds or headers on it. Spark plug wires are off of it, but somebody did label them, if that's the right order. So we're gonna go from, hopefully, turd runner to road runner. Little pow. Oh. Yeah, I guess the carburetor is loose too. Let's fix that. And I'm not worried about radiator hose fluids till I see if this thing's actually going to run. Supposedly it did run, but they all ran right when parked. Sorry for the noise, it's kind of a busy street. But it did come with a starter. I did check that starter with another battery. It does work. So let's try to get this greasy mess to run. Also just realized that the motor mount bolts are not in it. Yay. But I can sit here and idle without them. I went to the parts store and bought a cheap coil, and by buying it for like a 1985 Dodge pickup truck, I saved myself like $20-some. Try explaining that to me. Same coil, same part number, mail truck. Anyway, same part number. If I bought it for this car, it was like $45, and if I bought it for a Dodge truck, it was like $15.99. That's my rant. This starter cable looks like it might have started the Titanic at one point. Yeah. But it's here, it's free. We're gonna see what happens. So it's been about an hour later, maybe longer. I went ahead and just put the starter on. I messed with trying to put this driver's side header in for a while. Then I came to the realization that why spend 3 hours putting this header on when I'm literally going to pull this motor out as soon as I hear it fire up. So we're just going to run it without. I do not recommend this, but this motor is basically garbage. If you look underneath of it, it is just completely caked with grease and oil. It's got to be slap wore out. So rather than to spend a good day putting headers on this car, I'm just going to go ahead and hook up these plug wires, probably pop the cap off, sand the points, put that coil in it, and we're going to go about our business. Is that L? That's a 7. I don't like how some of these are marked off and then different numbers are written on them. Oh, number 1. And I'm totally trusting these numbers. 3. That says 4. You don't belong over here. How the hell is that? 5. That thing don't even reach. Ain't no way that's 5. Yeah, that's these Mopars are like Chevys, so it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. So I'm thinking that number is wrong. Let's see, which one is number 1? Number 1 is this one. So this should be number 2. This little shorty should be a 2, not a 5. I think these are off 1. I think this one should be number 1. Seconds into this, and I have lost all confidence in the labeling process for these plug wires. The shit goes counterclockwise. There's no way that's... If this is 1, this rotor turns counterclockwise. This would be 8. I'm just going to take this plug out, put a battery in it, crank it over, and re-wire the spark plug wires. Alright, we're going to bump this top dead center here in a minute. Here's a tip. When you get a replacement battery terminal, if you got an old American car, make sure you get the American, the standard SAE size. Not this millimeter stuff. It just makes it confusing when you got metric bolts, standard bolts. Oh yeah, did I mention that those plug wires are labeled totally wrong? Yes. So let's bump this to top dead center. I got the spark plug out. Take it from there. So put my finger over the hole. There it is. That made a good old ch-ch. So that's that. Now we're going to look at the cap. Let's look behind door number 1. Man, them points look brand new. Yeah. Yeah, I was right. It should have been right there. A little bit of crud in there. So this, like I thought, this should be number 1. This thing spins counterclockwise. So number 2 should be right here, because 2 is the last in the firing order. Should be 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2. So let's get all that swapped around. So we'll put this down here. I got this one, it's extra. Where does it go? Just kidding. That's a coil. All right. Shit all taped on here. This is going to be number 1. Actually, it's right there. I'm going to make this. Let's just make this one hit. Might be a hole off. Yeah, I think the hole off. What's the worst that can happen? This distributor is loose. AF anyway. All right, 1, 8. 2 is the last number in the chain, so 2 will go right. Well, it might go right there. One 8. Number 4 right there. I'm not even putting the alternator belt in this. So 1, 8, 4, 3. 1, 8, 4, 3, 6. Yeah, I'm gonna need a longer wire for that. See if this will reach over to number 5. Oh, I wonder if I was missing one because this one is yellow and it's completely tangled in everything. This will be number 7. Boop. Maybe we'll get that off the carburetor. Oh, gotta put that plug back in. Should probably just wrap a little black tape around that. Mopar restoration approved. All right, so we got our wires in the right spot. Might have to turn this a little bit. It might still be off a whole hole, but whatever. So yeah, this thing must have came out like a van or something, because this thermoquad comes down. A lot of thermoquads come out right here. Anyway, that's some useless information. But if you made it this long, thanks for hanging out. What else? Coil. You hear all that horsepower? My road's a busy road. All right. So this very crappy looking wire should be our positive side. I don't know why I took the nut away off. I didn't have to. Oh, I just want to hear this thing run for like 10 seconds. That way I can say that I bought a Road Runner that runs. Alright, ground goes from the distributor, puts its points. It's probably a good old motor, just needs rebuilt. Some love. Sometimes these don't like to stay in here. See what I mean? What is that? Oh, it's conveniently a flat that you can't get to. Well, we're just gonna lay this sucker right on here for now. Really, if you don't know how long it has been setting, you should pull this distributor, pull the gear that goes to the camshaft and prime your oil. And we're not going to do that this time. Exciting things. I'm going to see if the key does anything. It's me again. So these keys I got, they're the totally wrong key for the car. They don't turn the ignition, so I guess we'll have to run a wire here and just jump it the old-fashioned way. Well, we are still working on this, so I swear there's always a car comes by as soon as I press record. Anyway, there's another one. Busy time of the day. Looks like we got a pretty good storm rolling in, but since I can't find a key, I'm gonna run a hot wire straight to the battery. I'll just hold it on there. I'll crank it over there, and we should be able, it should run if it's gonna run. Really? But I think I'm gonna crank it for a second. There is an oil gauge. I'm gonna see, just crank it for a minute and see what happens. Like I said, this distributor it's pretty loose. So we'll just put it right there. Oh, if you guys like the barbecue, save these bottles. They come in handy for pouring gas in there. And they give you a sweet, smoky octane flavor. Kinder's. It's a good bottle. These don't seem to, the gasoline doesn't seem to eat them. Here's our relay. Just jumping across it. Well, if I can get in there. See if we got any oil pressure. Nothing. Oh yeah, I didn't bolt that seat down. So, man, let's crank it another minute here. I can see, you can see oil coming up the tube there. Yeah. So it's got oil pressure. Now let's put the camera down and we're going to hot wire this jewel. Warning, this is probably going to be really loud. Really? Was that? You guys saw that, right? Got ourselves a 440 that runs. I gotta say, that's pretty impressive. Oh my God. This thing's a giant turd, but it starts instantly. So all I had to do was put a starter in it. And you shouldn't do this. This is bad for the valves. But I didn't run it for any period of time. It just, as soon as it hit, I let off of it. But yeah, I didn't even touch those points. That's crazy. So what did today cost me? That much gasoline, a little bit of electrical tape, and a $16 coil. And that got us a running 440. Oh, here's a big vacuum leak. Crazy. But I don't know if you guys can tell. The sky is looking pretty black. So I think I'm going to get some tools put away before. Stay tuned for the next one when we pull this motor out, sand the engine bay, or might just cut the truck pan out of that. See you guys later.